everybody, this is Mike with Crypto Disciple. Today I'm going to give you all the lowdown and dirty on how to install Hive OS operating system onto a USB flash drive for your mining rig. So we're going to start by navigating on your browser of choice to the hiveos.farm. Once you get there, here at the top, as you can see, I'm already here. You're going to go here to install. Once you hit the install, it's going to bring you to the page that I'm currently on. Once you get here, as long as you're working with GPUs, you're going to come right down here to the GPU section, and I recommend doing it from a zip file. You're going to download the Hive OS zip file. Alright, now that you have downloaded the Hive OS file, I want you to come down here to Flashing Utility under Write and go ahead and download Etcher. Go ahead and click here, download Etcher, and install it, which I have already done. And once you get it installed, you're going to come here to Etcher. You're going to open up Etcher. You're going to hit Flash from File. You're going to find that file where you have it. I have it in this Hive OS folder. You're going to select it and hit Open. When you're done, you're going to flash that. You're going to hit Select Target, and right here will be shown the USB flash drive that you stuck into your computer. Then you will select that flash drive and then flash it. Alright, now that we got Etcher flashing the Hive OS operating system onto your flash drive, we are going to go ahead and navigate back to your browser. Right here at the top, you're going to come here to Sign In. Come here to the Sign In page and go to Register. And here at the Register, you're going to go ahead and put your email, login, and password, and you're going to go ahead and create an account. Once you get an account created, you're going to log in. It's going to look something like mine here looks. Once you log in, like mine already has 2 rigs already up and running, but yours will be blank. There'll be nothing here. What you're going to do is you're going to come right here to the top and you're going to hit the plus, and you're going to make a new account. Hit save. Alright, now that you have this made, you have now installed a new rig onto the Hive OS system. Once you get into this part right here on the bottom, you have where you can add an ASIC or you're going to add rigs. So you're going to hit add rigs. You're going to enter your worker name. I'm going to call this one 8 GPU. You don't need a password, don't need tags. For the description, I'm just going to write 8 GPU YouTube, as in this is for my YouTube tutorial. So here it's going to say looks like there's something new. So when you get to this part, you're going to come down here and you need to download this rig config for this worker. What I would suggest you do is download it somewhere you're going to know where it's at. So I'm just going to download it right here to the desktop. So now right here on my desktop, there is my rig config file, as you can see right here. And once we are done flashing the operating system onto the USB flash drive, we'll go ahead and install the rig config, and you'll be ready to plug in your USB. Alright everybody, while you're doing flashing Hive OS onto your USB, if you get a pop-up that says you need to format the disk, just hit cancel. When you get to this point here, you're going to see that it says flash complete. You can go ahead and X out of it. And from here, what you want to do is just go ahead and take the USB and unplug it from your computer. Once you get it unplugged, just plug it back in. what should happen here is it's going to tell you need to format. Just hit cancel, and what I want you to do is just to go ahead and open that flash drive. And as you can see here, here is your everything you need for your rig. Right here where you say rig config example, go ahead and just delete that rig config example, and you're going to go to this rig config that you downloaded from the new account that you made. Once you put that onto this flash drive, you can go ahead and X out of that, come down here, and this is kind of important that you don't want to mess up this flash drive now that you have got it all set up. Just go ahead and hit eject mass storage device and unplug your USB stick. Now that you've got Hive OS flashed onto the USB flash drive, it is ready to plug into your new mining rig and boot it up from the USB flash drive. And it will automatically boot up, and it will install everything it needs.
Go ahead and take a USB stick and put it in one of your USB 2.0 slots right there.
Miners. So you're going to go ahead and come up here and hit sign in. When you do, I'm already signed in. You're just going to put in your login credentials and sign in. So you're going to come down here. You'll see you'll have workers. I have several workers in my setup. They'll tell you which rig, how many GPUs, your consumption of power, your daily cost of wattage, your mega hash overall for whatever your highest coin that you have for your rig selected. And then it'll tell you ET hash and so on and so forth. So down here, if you look here, you're going to see farms, wallets, flight sheets, overclocks, notifications, your funds, which will show how much your funds is that you have deposited if you need it, referrals, and account. And then right below that, you're going to see your different rigs. I have a 3060 Ti rig, an AMD rig, which is basically my test bench rig, which I will fix the naming of that here shortly. And then I have the new rig I just put into play, which is going to be the BTC S37 8GPU rig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right down here and click on that BTC S37 rig. It's going to bring it up here. It's going to tell you missing a flight sheet. It's going to show you how many cards you have that are on there. The green means they are good and up. So then I'm going to come here and I'm going to select my worker. This is the worker that I made earlier. It says 8 GPUs. Now I selected my worker and it's going to bring you here. It's going to show you all the cards I have on my rig. These are all the ones that are up and running. And right now, this is the power consumption in your wattage. And this is the core clock. And this is your temperature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to flight sheets. So here at flight sheets, right, I already have a few that I've already made. If you do not have any, what you would do is come here to flight sheet and you would create a flight sheet. To create a flight sheet, you would just hit this flight sheet button and you come here and where it says number 1, you're going to hit the drop down and pick which coin you're mining. Say you're mining Ethereum. Then you're going to come here and you're going to hit the next drop down. I already have 2 wallets or multiple wallets already installed. I'm going to go ahead and hit my wallet that I already have installed for Ethereum. But if you don't, you just hit this add wallet link. You're going to come here, pick which coin, put the wallet address, and then you could just name your wallet. Then hit create, and your wallet would be created. Next thing, you're going to pick which pool you want to mine to. This makes it nice and convenient to mine to multiple pools. I'm currently using 2 miners pool for Ethereum, so that's what I'm going to select. But if I was a new and just starting off on Hive OS and I don't want any fees and only have 1 rig, I would probably go with the Hive on pool, because the Hive on pool does not charge you for 1 rig if you mine with their pool. After that first rig, they will start charging you per rig and per card, or per card, whichever you choose. It's just a choice you'll have to make. So I'm using 2 miners pool, so I'm going to go ahead and hit 2 miners full, and I'm in the US, so I'm going to pick the US and hit apply. Lastly, you would come over here to your miner and pick which miner you want to use. Do you want to use LOL miner, Phoenix miner, Team Red miner, T-Rex miner? I have a mixed rig, so I'm going to set up T-Rex miner for my NVIDIA cards, and I'm going to come over here and hit add a miner. I'm going to go back to Ethereum, select my wallet again, pick my pool, which is 2 miners US, and then my other card I have in there is AMD. So I'm going to come down here and also put in there AMD for Team Red Miners and then hit Create Flight Sheet. I don't need to do this because I already have the flight sheet created right down below. So I'm going to hit reset and I'm just going to leave it the way it is. You would just have to hit create flight sheet and it would pop up just like this. So now that you have a flight sheet created, I'm going to go back to my 8 GPU, go to my flight sheets. You would now have a flight sheet in here, and then you just come over here and you launch whatever flight sheet that you are ready to run. Now that I launched that flight sheet, I'm going to give it a minute to update. And after it updates, I should be able to see my workers will start mining. As you can see right up here, now that I launched that flight sheet, it's telling you have a mixed rig flight sheet, T-Rex mining Ethereum. This is my wallet and the miner that I've selected. Up here for whichever cards in which slot. So 0 would be my first card. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and that's what I have in my rig. So after they get started and they fire up, it's going to tell me which miners are where, and then I'm going to go through and set mine. Now, as you can see, we are all up and running. I got both miners working. The RX 570 pulling 27 mega hash. I think I might adjust that a little bit. I got the 1080 Ti pulling 42, 43 mega hash, and the two RTX 27 Supers pulling 41 mega hash, and they're all stable. It took a little while. They flashed through a couple times, but let it run. It'll configure itself and it'll get itself worked out. And here we are. We are up and running. And so far, it looks like this BTC S37. It's a pretty good little motherboard.